Moments, Pires is here and he is 92 rated. It's coming in just at 300k flat, and again another of the lower Moments cards, so very affordable to a lot of people. It's finally the icons with dynamic images, always my favorite time in terms of icons. I'm glad that they did add these, even though it is very overkill to have 4 different versions of one card. At least they are sometimes different ratings, different stats, all of that good stuff, and sometimes different weak foot as well. Weak foot and skill moves can vary, depending, not necessarily always or on every single card, but it definitely can happen. We've got a 6'2", 92 left wing with a high medium. He is right-footed, and again, very much like Inzaghi, who is his teammate in this one. A little bit of a lackluster card, really. 85 kind of comes in not really incredible there. 72 pace, which again is very poor for that point. He is a cam, which is a lot different of a position. Again, you might not need as much pace compared to a left wing, but we still move with that. He's then got an 88 left mid with 1 less pace than his Moments. We then get a prime with exactly the same pace and just looking that little bit better. He's still coming in at 130, and again, when you're looking at a prime icon already at 130, yes, we're in a different sort of market compared to any other game we've been in, but these are meant to be very hard and kind of not necessarily unobtainable, but I suppose the lower side of it is, but the higher end is even lower as well. We're seeing prime Moments Hullet under 15, under 13 mil already. He's about 9.8 mil. R9, 12 mil. He was extinct until footed most times, so it is crazy to see the level of players available. That being said, looking at Moments, Pires, we've got finesse shot and computer AI on both. Obviously an Arsenal legend, as we do know. In terms of stats, we're going to go with that engine. It does give you that little bit more pace, and it mainly gets that agility balance up, which is going to be absolutely crucial going forward. In terms of the upgrade though, we get 94 pace, 96 dribbling, 96 passing, and he already has 86 shooting. He's not necessarily going to be your out and out left forward, but most definitely he will be able to do a job. 90 finishing already on the card. We've got good positioning as well. Composure's up there as well, and strength and aggression is going to be where he kind of falls down that little bit, but I think we can make that move. He has got decent stamina, the passing, the agility all goes up with the engine. I think we've got a very nice card. Not going to say he's going to be a world changer, he's not going to change everybody's main teams, but definitely as either an Arsenal past and present, a cheeky little French team, you can't really argue with the card. So let's jump into him and see if he's worth 300k. Straight into Pires. What can we find from him? Gonna try and get that movement down the wing. That's a poor ball forward. Pires with a chip, a little bit ambitious, but you never know. Sometimes that can be pulled off. Pires working that line nicely. He's going to find it back from Cancelo. We're going to make the run. He's managed to get the foul. So far doing some decent work. Again, like I say, I'm not expecting massive amounts from him, but most definitely he's doing a role. It's definitely getting up and down that wing, and especially more as kind of like a left mid. I feel like he's doing a much better job than being almost the pinnacle of the attacking force, being like a left forward. How I normally play in the 4-3-2-1, I feel like he would struggle a hell of a lot more being the kind of person that's really responsible for your shooting, like for actually getting it through on goal. Whereas I think the left mid opens up that chance for the 1-2s with both of the strikers rather than just one, and you can almost use him and utilize him down this wing as you can get some decent crosses with him. He manages to get the ball in, you put yourself in the danger area. It's fantastic. Whereas again, like I say, this left mid role is what on earth is that? Is really suiting him down to the ground, just because he can literally just pick up the ball from here and, okay, bad example, but literally he can just have this whole space where he doesn't need to push massively. Like we can really kind of utilize that and play people off him, because like I say, he is at a decent pace. I don't think he's necessarily slow, but he's not necessarily going to be that player that's going to take on the whole team, bag in a hat trick. Jobs are good, and he's not a Ginola sort of type, but he is a very vital player in terms of pushing it forward. He's got a decent pass on him, which you'd find hard to believe, but that is personally my sort of play style. But here we go again. We're going to find him here, looking for that run off if we can. We just need to find that back post one. There it is with Messi going for whatever that bicycle turn kick is. Pires finding it wide. got a player coming across. We find room. Get the big cross in, hoping for the run, and Messi, again, inches away. We can see that if we just keep going with that, there is going to be a very, very big chance that we find somebody on the end of that at some point, and he can just keep on going with that, as literally there's just nothing you can do. You can constantly keep it working up the wing with him, and he does really well. Pires taking it. That's where the strength really shows there. When Messi's absolutely bodding you off the ball, you know you've got some sort of issues there. Oh, Inzaghi can't help that across. But with the likes of Pires, it'll be interesting to see how the other left wings do kind of suit in comparison. Obviously, I don't even know which ones we've got left wing this year. I know Giggs is pretty much going to be one anyway. I'm pretty sure he's already got his version, but it will be interesting to see the level. I don't know what Rivaldo is this year, because I know he has had a left wing before, so again, it'll be nice to do a kind of comparison. So if you are interested in looking at that, we probably will be doing kind of an overall, have a look at each position, name the sort of best icons in each position as well. That could be a different series, so if you do want to subscribe and want to enjoy these sorts of content, then definitely hit that big red button down below, and if you want to drop a like as well, be more than appreciated. As we find Pires, Ben Sweater is running through, and I don't understand why he went for that ball. We definitely wanted it into Ben. Pires nicking it as we see the final whistle. Beautiful performance from him. So if we are going into him, then let's have a look at Pires. We're looking at the price. We'll have a look at the market price and kind of give you that analysis. Obviously 340 just for the fact that I bought this one. If we're looking at the price, you can see that there is kind of under as well. It is a very up and down sort of market at the moment. We're kind of trying to find our feet with it. They've only been out a couple of weeks. Batch 2 has only been out a day, literally almost just over 24 hours. So there is very interesting stuff to see where this price goes. We saw a decent price, and it looks like he's kind of settled at a level of price here. We can't really see too much of a change there. He will go up and down from 300. I'd say that's a good kind of biting point. And when you do or want to buy any of these icons, please make sure you check the sales history at least for a day or two, because there is patterns. Sometimes a player just isn't listed, especially if we're talking some of the higher end players. We're seeing that he isn't listed for X amount of time. Maybe there's a 900k one and he's the only one, but you then look at what actually sells, 650, 700. It is definitely not unheard of. Do your research into buying these, especially if you are going for the more expensive ones. I can't see the Pireses, the Vieiras, the Inzaghis really changing too much of their value, purely for the fact they're already the lowest icons. It would take a more influx of icons, a pick, a pack, something coming for free to really nail these prices down now, and especially seeing as though all of them are out. Pires, just as a kind of breakdown, pace-wise was absolutely fine. We did whack the engine on him, which, as you can see as well, is backed up by Footbin's suggested 14 votes. Great pace on him. Shooting-wise, not awful. Again, not necessarily going to be your go-to left forward. Passing, exquisite, decent at crosses. Short game, long game is decent. Dribbling-wise, definitely not awful. I think the 4-4 really helps with this card, and I think in general with him, not awful, but again, not necessarily the best. And it is all dependent on what you want in your team, as we could find hundreds of left wings that will do a very good job. But I do like the fact that A, you get the dynamic image, so you get the obvious Arsenal feel from him. I don't even know when this one was taken. I'm trying to think if that even is an Arsenal kind of badge on him, but in general, a very, very good card in terms of the fun factor. He's not going to necessarily lose you games. We won the Rivals game, so I'm well happy with that, purely for the fact that we have got 2 moments icons that are considered the lowest priced icon moments, which I think is absolutely fine sometimes. I think at this point in the game, with a lot less interactions in terms of people actually playing, and I've felt it myself. I play this game pretty much every day, and there's a couple of days now where I'm like, I just don't want to play it anymore at the minute. I don't want to grind anything. There's not anything that's really catching my eye. So why would loads and loads of people do the exact same thing? So you need to have something decent about the game, something fun, and if it's the icon moments, then absolutely fantastic. They're coming in at nice prices. Like I say, make sure you do check them, but I think in general, not an awful card. Again, you've got your Janolas who are going to be better, unfortunately. You look at then your kind of Giggses. I'm interested to see, actually, because I said it in the video, which ones we've got. Seedorf, I suppose, is one. Oh, I didn't realise Ronaldinho was one. Oh, that's a shame. I really liked him as a cam. We then have Hadji as the left mid again. Giggs obviously is. Rivaldo's moments looks like it's something else. We have a Barnes as well. So Deco as well. Okay, that's going to be interesting. So we do have a lot of left mids here. More than likely Barnes. Hadji's always been more of a cam. Seedorf is a cam. We've got a Giggs. Ronaldinho again a cam. So we'll have to do a comparison with him depending on Barnes, Giggs, and probably himself, because I think the rest are most definitely cams. But we'll see if you'd prefer to go with actual positions or you'd actually like to go with where you'd actually play them. But overall for me, Pires, I'd say he's coming in. I'll be generous to him. I'd say he's coming in at about a 9.2. Good price on him. Moments icon. Gets your links with everybody. Decent pace. Great passing. Dribbling's not terrible. Shooting's okay. Can't argue. Not a bad card. So let me know down below what you think about him. Make sure you do like and subscribe. And I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.